0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, welcome to episode 13 of Unforced Errors. Today we have another guest. He's fresh off the Bristol Open, making it to the round of 16 in singles, the king of the back, behind the back shot, and the guy with an all-time great name. It is Max Wild. Thanks for joining us, Max.
Thank you guys for having me. That was a great intro.
Thanks.
I appreciate the behind the back.
Oh yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, I did not even, first time I saw that video, I was like, this is insane. And then I didn't know you were even from Charleston. That's when I clicked on your profile. I was like, oh, this guy's from Charleston too. This is amazing.
That's awesome.
The walk-off on that video is just like, I got fired up.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We'll put that clip in here and see if we can copyright that. We were talking a little bit before the show. Not a lot of research out there on you, so I think this is a perfect time to let the people know who Max Wild is as a player, as a person, how you grew up, whatever you want to talk about.
Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
But yeah, I was a tennis player growing up, which I feel like is a natural progression now with pickleball on the professional side and just in general. But I played tennis as a junior. I was very fortunate to travel and play national tournaments, some international, and was at a high level, and then was recruited to play tennis at UCLA, where I played 4 years there, and actually have two teammates that are playing professional pickleball as well, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Get to see Roscoe Bellamy and Blaine Hovenier, who are both big time players, and so it's been cool to hang out with them. But so that's kind of an inside joke for us that UCLA tennis guys go pickle. But so I played tennis there for 4 years, then moved to Charleston about 3 years ago, and was actually here for my master's. Was at College of Charleston, which made me move, and absolutely love Charleston. But when I was in my master's, being a tennis player my entire life, I was so antsy sitting behind my desk, and I had an internship at a hotel, and it was really cool, but I'm like, God, I need to do something. Like, what's going on? And so at the time, I lived downtown on Broad Street and walked right over to Colonial Lake. They had 2 pickleball courts there with a buddy of mine, and I met some older dude who was just a great guy, and he goes, hey, you should go to Collins Park and try and play there, which I know we had that conversation earlier, and definitely had a little pushback of who's this guy wanting to play pickleball. And I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to have some fun and learn the game a little bit.
It's where the big dogs
It's
play.
where the big dogs play.
Everyone's going to know.
Yeah.
By the end of this podcast, they will know.
They will know. It is the big dog place. But I was so fortunate because that's actually where I met Scarpa, and Greg Dow at the time was living here, and Jake and Luke. And it was awesome because I'm just this tennis player who's playing tennis on the pickleball court, not really knowing what I'm doing, but I have the skill of a paddle in my hand and making it work. And Scarpa was actually the one guy who kind of, in a sense, took me under his wing, it felt like, and he goes, hey, man, like you should drill. You should come drill with me. And I'm like, what the hell is drilling? like I want to just go play and have some fun. But I'm so happy he did, because as soon as I started doing that, and he is just kicking my ass left and right, and still does, but it gave me that firepower to try and get better and play. And so ever since that moment, I really caught the bug for pickleball, and then had, I guess, a year ago is when I started playing tournaments, year and a half.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's when you went pro, or that's when you first started tournaments?
that, I guess, a little bit of both. That's because I started just with pro tournaments, honestly. So I just
Jumped right in.
Jumped
Jumped
right
into the
in.
deep end.
I did, yeah, with the big dogs. And so, but yeah, and then the rest was history. I mean, I think having that competitive side from my tennis background my whole life, I mean, that's exactly what I missed when I was sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
And I love to compete, and I love to getting those moments, and win or lose, you come back with something to work on. And so, and now the rest is history. I've been able to travel and play in places I never thought I'd be, which has been amazing, and meet so many people. And so I'm hoping I can do it for as long as I can.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome, man. It's cool that you kind of came in at the same time as all those other guys. And it seems like everybody that's here that tells us like, oh, I came from tennis, it's like they showed up on the pickleball court and there's like some old shaman that leads the way and shows them where to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear it time and time again, but it's really cool.
It is. Yeah, I hope I get this right, but his name, I think, is Doug.
Doug.
And he was at the Colonial Lake courts. He had a big knee brace on,
Nice.
Got a little limp to him, but man, this guy grinded. Just grinded.
Sounds like 95% of the pickleball players out there.
Yes. Glasses, all of it. I'm like, you're a beast, Doug.
Shout out to baby Doug.
I hope it's Doug. Yeah.
Like, he's definitely got to be listening to this.
We love Doug.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
That's awesome.
Where did you say you were from?
So, yeah, sorry, I did not throw that in there.
Okay.
This is a tough question because I grew up moving around a lot as a kid. I was born in Minnesota. We moved to San Francisco. Then we moved to New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And then we moved to Boulder, Colorado.
Love that.
Which was amazing. Love Boulder. And that's kind of when I want to say started to remember all the other places. I was really young.
Okay.
But Boulder was kind of that kindergarten to 3rd, 4th grade. And then we moved to Carmel, Indiana, which that was a huge chunk of my childhood was Indiana, the Midwest, and where I played most of my tennis. And where I was playing all the sports, really. I mean, I'm a huge Pacers fan.
Okay.
I'm still crying a little bit from our loss in the finals. I'm a huge Colts guy. And then...
Well, I'm a Cavs fan, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Put us right out of our misery, so that's perfect.
All the years I was there, you guys had LeBron and were taking us down every time, so I don't feel
fair.
too bad.
Pacers were stacked this year. I won't even argue.
Yeah. But and then when I was a freshman in high school, we moved out to San Diego, and so that's really when I pushed even further with my tennis and actually started online school and was traveling all over, as I mentioned, and national, international level. And then being out there in Southern California, just naturally was then recruited by UCLA and then stuck out there so I could be close to home and my parents could watch, and it became a dream school of mine when I did move there, just for all reasons, athletics and academics. And so, yeah, but I would say my real places where I'm from is Indiana and Southern California.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Quite different.
Very different. It was a crazy move for sure. But I think that's what I love so much about Charleston. And when I first moved here is that the South and the Midwest to me have a lot of similarities, at least with people, values, and hospitality. Like I think Midwestern and Southern hospitality are very similar. And then Charleston is beautiful beaches, great food, great weather most of the time. And so that had that Southern California kind of coastal vibe for me. So it kind of nailed both on the head, which I think is why Charleston now is home for me, and I hope it stays that way for a very long time.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Is Ohio considered the Midwest, or is that like the Mid-East?
Yeah, no.
Mid-East.
I see what you did there. Carl's from Pennsylvania, so we battle it out often. But yeah. Well, awesome. So you played other sports, you said, growing up, or how does juniors work? Because I feel like you get into that so early. Some of these people are starting at 4, 5, 6. When did you start? And I guess what sports did you play prior to that?
Sure. Yeah, I started playing tennis when I was 4.
Okay,
so yeah, both my parents played and still play. They are big tennis players. My dad is definitely still the tennis purist, as people say. Like he loves to watch pickleball, and I think maybe he loves to watch me, which I understand and I appreciate and love that he does, but he's still just the tennis guy. He can't really enjoy the pickleball court. He loves padel now, so he's getting out on there, but my mom she's all about it. Whenever I come home, she's like, I'm getting my pickleball ladies, like, you better come out and like give us a clinic and help us. And so it's awesome. Cute, and I love it. But yeah, they got me into tennis. I was that kid that was in that little like my legs go in the little thing and I'm bouncing around and I have all the toys and my parents are hitting the ball back and forth. So I think I was born to be on a court for sure.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until we moved well, I guess in Colorado, I played a lot of basketball and soccer. My dad and mom are actually both from Germany originally.
Okay.
And so it was the World Cup for our family. All like everything was all soccer. My dad loves it. He played in a men's league. So it was a lot of soccer, basketball for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I used to love soccer until I just got way too fat and out of shape, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a great game. It takes a lot of cardio, though. I mean, that's a grind.
It is.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest change was from tennis to pickleball? I mean, outside of playing a baseline game to now having a kitchen game is usually the obvious one, but anything that stands out to you that you were like, whoa, this is very different?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is really the kitchen aspect. I mean, it really is, because I think in tennis, and I think maybe speaking for myself here, I was a huge serve and volleyer net player in tennis. I loved to be right up at the net. My volleys were always my biggest strength. And so when I started playing pickleball and I'm like, wait, this is as far as I can go up? Like, I can't get here and put these volleys away. You got to learn how to reach and flick and, and hit shots in a different way than what you were used to with tennis. And then I think, the footwork side of it as well is a little bit different, I found. I mean, I think in tennis, you're maybe taking a lot more smaller steps. And in pickleball, it's that big lunge back to position. So I found those two things to be the biggest differences for sure.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of skills, translate from tennis to pickleball. But was there ever a time where, did you go right into pickleball, or were you kind of hesitant? I know a lot of people that we talk to that came from tennis, they're like, I saw pickleball and I was kind of hesitant because it's all about tennis, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Is that something that you were kind of hesitant to get into, or did you just kind of dive in head first?
I definitely wasn't that tennis purist to be talking down on pickleball. I just heard and had seen people having a lot of fun with it. And my biggest thing, and it's always been this, is that if it's getting people outside and hitting a ball and moving and laughing and just getting exercise, I'm all for that, whatever sport it is or whatever you're doing. And so when I gave it a try myself, I just had a blast immediately. I mean, I remember one of the first times I played was with Blaine, and I don't know if Roscoe was there, but it was while we were at UCLA, actually. And this is back in probably 2020, 2021, when pickleball was just kind of starting to really get going. And Blaine, actually, his family, they put a court in their backyard. And it was 15-20 minutes from UCLA, and I remember we went, and oh my god, we played for 3.5-4 hours, and we looked at our phones and we're like, what? We've been playing for this long? We're having so much fun. And so from having that experience, I'm like, I can't hate on it at all.
Yeah.
And now I can't get off the court. I love to be on there. I can grind as much as I can. So
I love that. That's awesome.
So you mentioned that you had the internship, College of Charleston. You were doing the master's program. At what point that you were playing this? We ask all these pros this, was is there a point that you realized I'm going to go full time into this? What was the turning point? Was it winning a tournament, or was it just figuring I'm not getting any younger? Let's just go all the way in, and then if we can, you can always go back. We can all come back to the corporate world or doing other jobs. But what was your turning point?
Sure. I think that one of the very first tournaments I played, I went up to New Jersey for a money ball tournament, and I was just playing singles. I was still fresh in the game, and I played a guy named Frank Anthony Davis, who at the time he was kind of coming back from an injury, I believe, but the prior year he was a top 10 singles guy in the PPA, and had beaten Tyson and beaten big names in singles, gone on deep runs. And I lost to him early in the tournament, and then it was one of those tournaments where you could work your way back. And I beat him in the back draw to make it back to the final. And it was just one of those moments where I was really fresh in the game at the time, and to beat someone like him to where I saw that he was at the highest level already was just a moment where it was a huge confidence booster, and one of those where I'm like, okay, like I know I can do it. It's just a matter of putting in the work and the time, and those results will continue to come. And then from there is when I started playing PPA and APP tournaments. And one of the first ones I ever played was PPA Minnesota. I got to last round of qualifying, and then this is when they also had like a points draw. And so I lost last round of qualifying, and then I made it to the finals of the points draw. And I just remember being there around a lot of the top guys and bigger names, and them kind of recognizing my skill, and even some that I knew that were like, wow, you're playing really well. And so to get that kind of reassurance from those players was a boost as well. And so that was the moment where I'm like, okay, let me get going on this. And I didn't want to be behind a desk. I learned that from the NBA. It was a great experience, and I loved everybody I met and the connections, and like you said, it's something I can always go back to, and I'm happy I got it. But yeah, man, I was bored. I needed
You got to stay moving.
I got to move, and I got to sweat, and now with the ability to do that and make a career out of it with pickleball, that was the turning point where I'm like, okay, I was 24 at the time. Like, I'm at a physical stage in my life where this is the right time to do it, or at least go for it. And so I'm trying.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Thank you.
A lot of people stay behind that desk.
They do, and I don't blame them. I mean, I really I understand. Like, I think it was a really epic moment that I was in all these job interviews, and because I was gonna use my MBA, I'm like, okay, I got this. Like, I want to use it and need to use it. And I made the final stages of some interviews, and this is when I was getting into pickleball as well, more seriously. And I'm like, well, why don't I play some? And I'm like, but I should maybe just get this job and do this. And I ended up not getting the jobs. And I remember one of them being like, yeah, we went with somebody with more experience. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I just got out of school. Like, I haven't had any experience. Like, how am I supposed to get that? And then I'm like, you know what? This is maybe a sign. And so then I just went full blast with the pickle. Just so happened to have met James Elliott, who's the director at the Ion Club, and they had just built 4 pickleball courts, and I needed to make some sort of money, and so I was posting on Next Door Neighbor and Facebook Marketplace, like, hey, tennis and pickleball lessons in Mount Pleasant, and somebody at the club saw it and sent it to James, and brought me to the club and said, hey, would you like to coach pickleball here at the club?
Oh, nice.
And so that was also a turning moment where I'm like, okay, I can play seriously, and I can coach and be on the court, and I'm really happy I went that route, and so looking to continue that as long as I can.
Yeah. Do you still coach at all?
I do.
Okay.
But I really have, in the last year, or actually last 6 months, just tried to prioritize playing, because at the beginning, I was really trying to plan it out, like, okay, I'll play one tournament this month. And that's fine. And I know that a lot of people have to do that. And financially, that was kind of the biggest reason why I was doing that. Is like, that's the only thing I could afford, is one tournament a month. But then I quickly realized that, like, when you're only playing one tournament a month, if that, and then you're playing against the people that are playing week in and week out, it's really hard to just show up. And the last tournament I played was 30 days ago. Like, that match mode is so different than just your rec play. And so I really kind of sat down and just with the closest people in my life, and I said, okay, how can I make this work, and really do pickleball all the way and full time. And I got really, really lucky to meet an incredible gentleman at the Ion Club who's helping me with a lot of my stuff in order to play, in order to travel. Ultimately sponsoring me, and then as I started to get results, I started to get sponsors, elsewhere as well that have helped, because like these pickleball trips are just gnarly expensive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to play 2 events at a tournament is like $600, and that's not even including your flight and your hotel. And so it's really hard, but I think as long as you keep trying, I think it'll work out, and I'm starting to get those results I've been looking for.
Good, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really incredible. Out there grinding, and it's paying off. That's good.
What do you think? Any part, you said it's been about a year you've been pro?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the most surprising part of being a pickleball pro is? Something that you didn't think you would notice, or something you didn't expect, I guess.
Man.
Or is, because it may be different for you because you have that background in junior tennis and you traveled all around, that maybe this is like another day. It doesn't faze you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a little bit more like that for me, because I traveled so much when I was a junior tennis player, and all over the country, and then Mexico, Canada, Europe for international tournaments. And then when I played in college, we were on the road during our season, like all the time. And so I've definitely, I think, been accustomed to just the travel life, and just kind of I've needed to treat myself like a professional for a long time. Even when I was a junior, like I wasn't a pro tennis player, but the level I was trying to get to, I needed to treat myself like a pro. Everything, what you're doing off court, on the court, nutrition, everything. And so that there hasn't been many surprises for me. But I think what I've loved the most is just how social pickleball is, especially on the pro side of things. Like it's almost like they're just big get-togethers every tournament. Like, and the people that I've met I've gotten so close with, where we're texting like, oh, you're gonna be at this tournament? Oh, can't wait! Like let's split an Airbnb. Let's do this. Let's figure out dinners. And so I've appreciated that the most.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, you mentioned playing all over the place. I know for juniors and such, but you also play pickleball all over the place.
Yeah.
So you did PPA Australia, right?
I did, which was a blast.
What was that like, flying to the other side of the world and playing? I mean,
it was crazy. It was so much fun. Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then you're also part of the CNPL, which is Canadian National Pickleball League. I didn't know this existed.
Yeah.
So shout out to you for bringing it to my attention, because when I started researching you, I'm like, I didn't know this was even a thing. There's like legit players on this. I'm like, oh, all right, this is like a fairly big deal. So what's the story with that? How often do you play there? And as obviously I would imagine in Canada a fair amount if you're part of this, or like how many games are you playing monthly for them?
Yeah, that's been an absolute blast. I mean, and Australia, to touch on first, was just such a cool experience, because Australia is an incredibly fast-growing pickleball scene and market there, and the level of players there is just growing and growing. And so to have the opportunity to go to a place like Australia, which I'd never been and never even thought I'd have the ability to do, and then to go there for pickleball, and to go with one of my closest friends, Dave Bacala, and his wife, Danielle. We just made a trip out of it. I was able to catch the men's final of the Australian Open for tennis. Because we were in Melbourne, we were exploring, we had a great tournament. I got to play Kwang Duong in singles in the quarterfinals. We played Zane Navratil, who's been a big name for really since the beginning of pickleball. We played him in the quarters of doubles with actually a guy named Joey Wild. We have the same last name. He's from Australia, which was very funny.
Oh yeah.
So just a blast. And then the Canadian League it's been so much fun. So this is the 3rd year of the league, and this was the first year where they were allowing an international player on the team. And so I snuck in there right when I could. And actually who introduced me to somebody was Tito, Mr. Duper, who used to live here in Charleston. And so have gotten close with Tito, and was really trying to expand my game and just tap into other areas. And he connected me with the guy named Yui, who shout out to Yui, he's with the CNPL, and got me kind of into a showcase event where I went up to Montreal and in a sense had to showcase my skills. And then if I did well, they would draft me, and the team's owners would reach out, and Ricky Liordi and Andrew and George, who are the owners of Toronto United, reached out to me after that showcase event, and we had an awesome conversation. It was like probably an hour long, and he was talking so much about how team environment is so big to him, and he was asking me, if that's important to me. And so we really connected on that, because being a tennis player in college, like, I love being on a team, and so to do that with this Canadian team has just been a blast. And we play, typically it's been once a month, but we've been on a little bit of a break here. But I go the first weekend of September up to Toronto, and MLP style, we go, or I guess old MLP style. It's 1 game to 21, rally scoring. And you do gender doubles, mixed doubles, and then if needed, a dream breaker. And so,
nice.
But it's been so cool because these events, they're really putting on awesome events. They have the media setup is great. They're streaming it, whether it's on YouTube or a Canadian TV channel. So they're really pushing the game there.
Oh, nice.
And the crowds that have been showing up, it's awesome. It's really like a legit event. And so I thrive on that type of stuff. I love it. So it's been great.
Yeah, we'll have to tune into that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Little more serious question here. What is a Viking Clap?
Oh, you dug that one. That's great. That's great. So
Frank does the research.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. So so our team, we love to have some fun. We're just joking around. Ricky gets an Airbnb for us, and we're all staying there. We're getting food. We're cooking it there. It's just a real fun team environment. And we're just kind of joking around like, all right, what do we do when someone hits an ATP? Or what do we do when someone bags somebody? And we're just throwing out ideas, and we're like, we got to be a little bit tricky, right? Kind of, throw some people off. And I forgot who came up with it, but we're like, let's just hit them with a big clap when someone gets bagged. And so
the whole team in unison.
The whole team in unison.
Oh, that's great.
And not to name names, my team is incredible, but I know a couple of them were like a little more shy, where they're like, okay, like, I don't know if I can do that on the court, like, while I'm playing. And me, I'm like, oh, I'm hitting the Viking Clap hard on the court if I bag somebody. And that just became our thing. Whenever we bag someone, it's a unison Viking Clap. And so it's caught on. Even our fans, like our family and friends, they're in the stands hitting it. Other teams are looking around like, what the hell are they doing? But that's what we like.
I love that. I mean, no better way to bring the team together,
For
especially
sure.
the shy ones. I'm sure they caught on eventually.
Oh, they love it.
And now it's just like another thing to laugh about. And now to have the fans start doing it is really cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's been fun. We got everyone involved. So I can't wait to hit another one soon.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to keep my eye out for that.
Yeah, I love that.
I need to see that for sure.
It's the showmanship.
Yes.
Get people going.
Totally.
All right. So obviously you're playing everywhere. It feels like every day. But what's a normal day for you if you're on tour? What's the process of waking up, getting ready? Are you listening to music? Are you working out? Do you drill first? What's your strategy?
Yeah, my strategy, which I found to really work for me, is getting to the event a full day before I need to play. So, and that actually, a lot of it came from one of my first times traveling. I was getting in the night before, super delayed flight, didn't get to the hotel till midnight, playing at 8 a.m. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that if I need to prepare the best. And so I'm getting there usually in the morning or early afternoon the day before. And then my go-to is getting really just like 30 to 45 minutes of hitting in practice, because the days at these tournaments are long and they're physical. And so for me, I just need a little groove. I don't need to be the guy that's like drenched and getting a full workout. Like I'm trying to save my body and myself for the day. And then day of, I'm trying getting up to like, I don't know, 2-3 hours before. I'd say 2 hours before my match time, 2.5. And I'm like, I need a caffeine. I need caffeine in the morning. So some sort of energy drink or coffee.
What's your go-to energy drink?
I switch it up, honestly.
Okay.
I like to try different drinks. I'm not too picky, but like Bristol, I was having Celsius. The week before, I was trying, I think, Alani.
Okay.
And then every now and then, I love a Monster, too. I love a good
Sometimes
Monster.
you got to go old school with the caffeine intake.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Red Bull guy.
Me either.
Okay.
I think probably because I had too many experiences alcohol related with Red Bull that just haven't been good. So.
Yeah, I think that's probably ruined it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
So I need some sort of caffeine, and then I'm not a huge breakfast guy. So I know a lot of people are like, I need something in my stomach or I need a big breakfast. I'm like fruit at the most. Fruit, that's good energy for me, and a Monster or an energy drink. That's the go-to. And then I usually get to the site an hour to 45 minutes before and take a good 15-ish minutes on warming the body up, not even really touching the paddle yet, just stretching, mobility, and then getting a good little hit in. But same kind of idea. I don't love to hit a lot before my matches. I just like to get a little groove in and save the body for the real stuff. Because sometimes you're playing just a shit ton of matches in one day.
Yeah.
So it can be tiring. And then try and get a good dinner. If I'm playing the next day, good dinner and some rest. And one thing that's changed the game for me is I travel with Normatec boots, the compression boots.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for that same reason. I mean, it's physical days, and if there's anything I can do to make myself feel better for the next matches, I'll do it. And so that's been those boots. They're easy. They fold them up and lay in bed, watch a show, or scroll on my phone and go an hour in those things and get all the lactic acid out, and good for soreness. And so that's kind of the routine at a tournament.
What do you think the number of tournaments you're playing the past year? I mean, it seems like you're leaving again tomorrow, right?
Yep.
What's the tournament tomorrow?
APP Great Lakes.
Okay.
Yep. And so it was kind of a last-minute tournament decision for me. But I've built up enough points in singles now to where I'm in main draw there, which is nice. And so I play on Thursday. So leaving tomorrow, getting there early afternoon, and actually just playing singles there. I was looking to play doubles, but I just, like I said, it was last minute. And then at that point, I didn't have enough time to get a partner. Most people were already partnered up. Which is kind of the norm. It's like you're usually getting a partner a couple months before the tournament, just preparing. And so, but that's fine. I'm going for singles. I'm really feeling confident right now. That's been the best event for me as of recently, and that's just what I'm shooting for, hoping for a deep run. So that's the goal.
Nice. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you had some nice wins. I mean, Michael Lloyd, Rafa Hewitt. I mean, running into Alshon, it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean,
yeah, it was tough. I mean, going into those matches, like I that's something I've learned is not only am I feeling confident in my abilities, but you just have to believe in yourself too. Like you can't go into matches. I respect all of those guys, and I respect pretty much everybody in the game, but the term is you don't want to give someone too much respect, like going into a match, right? Because at the end of the day, you're competing against them and you're trying to win. And so I went in with the mentality of, okay, I can beat these players. And obviously there's some luck involved too. And I was on that day and I got by Michael and Rafa. And after I beat Michael in 3, that was just kind of that first push, and then going out against Rafa, I played probably one of the better matches I've played in singles because I just had that boost and that confidence, and Scarpo was there watching. I had Jake and Luke there watching, Lucas from Crush Yard, younger kid, and his family, and Carson.
We've played against them.
Yep,
we lost.
Hey, they're ballers. They're little ballers.
They're tough.
They are, and they were supporting me. My mixed doubles partner Jada and her sister. Like, so it was cool to have that those people back me, and that was great. And then running into Alshon was super fun, not only because he's been obviously one of the best in the game since the beginning, but I've known Christian since we were probably 10 or 11 years old from junior tennis, and we actually played doubles together at a tournament when we were probably 16 or 17 in Florida. We won the tournament, and then I went over to his house. We're playing ping pong together. Like, so we've known each other, and so to share the pickleball court with him, and him kick my ass, which was a bummer because I was confident in that one too, but he played really well, and he's obviously very, very good. But it excited me because I'm like, hey, I've now been in this position, and I joked with him like, hey, I'm excited to play again. Like, and that's really my goal, is to be with those guys week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, as a pro athlete, I think you want to see those guys. You want to face the best of the best. So it's like, I mean, like you said, maybe the outcome wasn't what you wanted, but you learned something.
I learned
time,
a lot,
right?
Yeah, learned a lot.
So
is that kind of what keeps you motivated to go to the next one? You know, you bring that confidence of winning, or balancing it. Like, if you have an off match, what do you do? You know, because the mental game is so big in pickleball.
Yeah.
Do you have something that you that helps you kind of get through those times, or helps you keep grinding to the next one? Yeah.
I think it's just having the mentality of like, every day isn't going to be your best, or every match isn't going to be your best. And I think a big part of that actually is just reps. Like the more that I've been putting myself in these positions and the more matches I've been playing, the more comfortable I'm feeling in uncomfortable positions. Actually, what's kind of funny is in this Bristol tournament where I had this run and beat these two really good players. Second round of qualifying, I was down a game in 2-6. So I was 5 points from being out of the tournament in qualies, and it was just one of those moments though where like I had good weeks before this. Like, I wasn't playing my best. He was playing really well. And it was just one of those where I'm like, okay, like, stay in it, like, mentally as well. Like, don't collapse here. You just need a little push, a little turnaround, and that's exactly what happened. And then I rode with it, and then he got upset and that he lost that second game, and then the third game was, I think, 11-1. Like, and that was a turnaround for me that I needed. And then I think that match really pushed me even in the main draw to be like, okay, like I can turn things around no matter who the opponent is. And you're not going to come out with those matches every time. You're going to lose those. And so, like you asked, what do I do when those matches aren't going my way? And it's just watching it over if I can, seeing what happened, or if most of the time I do remember the key moments there. I'm like, I made this error, or this was a stupid mistake. But to not be down on it or dwell on it.
Yeah, don't hang on to it.
Don't hang on it, because there's going to be another match. And at the end of the day, it is just pickleball, and it's just a match. And I think that's something I do try and remind myself, because I got to a point in tennis, which is what burnt me out, of like taking it too seriously and like just really dwelling on my mistakes and my losses. And you just can't do that, because it's going to hurt you the next match. So trying to be positive, got to have a positive mindset.
100%.
Yeah.
When you're talking about getting all these reps on the court, how are you balancing reps on the court and then maybe like a strength and cardio training? Like, what's the balance on that? How many days are you trying to focus on one or the other?
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm in the gym, I would say, when I'm home here. Try and be in the gym every day, if not every other day. And then I'm a huge avid yoga fan, big yogi. And so I go to a hot yoga studio in Mount Pleasant called 360 Yoga. And that's a huge part of my fitness recovery. I mean, would recommend yoga to not just athletes, to everybody. It's so good.
I've been hearing that.
We both desperately need it. Both of us have terrible backs.
Yeah.
I have a herniated disc. I'm like, yoga would probably be the best thing. It's just I never find my way there. But
sure,
my wife is like, you should just start doing it.
Yeah.
Like, one of these days we'll get there. But
I would recommend it because it's a game changer. I mean, flexibility and mobility, and then the other side of it is actually just the meditation side of it, the mentality that you have going into yoga. And that's something that I think you learn the more you go. But I mean, it is such a practice of meditation when it's just you on your mat and you're fighting for your life, holding your own body weight up. And you're like, I don't need to be benching this much when I'm struggling right now, holding myself up. And so that's been a game changer and has helped me drastically on the court. And that's something I got into in college when I was playing tennis. And it helped my tennis game immensely. And then, so naturally starting pickleball professionally, I'm like, I need to keep this up and do yoga. And so I love to get in the gym and do strength training. And I do, let's say every other day, if that, but I try and go to yoga more than anything.
Yeah. That mobility is key.
It is.
Because that's what we need, Frank. We're gonna go do it together.
Yeah.
We'll film it.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I love that answer though, because I mean, if you talk about some goats in tennis, Novak Djokovic, I mean, who preaches stretching and flexibility more than him? Nobody. You look at him, you're not impressed by his muscles. You're impressed that he's 38 years old and he's out there working guys that are 20.
And full splits, and it's insane. Yeah.
I mean, he's on clay doing these splits or Wimbledon. It's like you think, oh, he hurt himself, because most people, even if you're in your 20s, you're pulling something.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just his regimen and his training is unbelievable. But I don't think that people give enough credit to like the stretching and the flexibility. So that's a great answer.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I've taken a lot of stuff from Djokovic, honestly. Like I eat dates on the court because of Djokovic.
Yeah.
Djokovic, that's what he eats and what he credits a lot of his energy to. And like,
really?
And then he stretches at least 2 hours a day is what he says. And so I'd love to get to that point.
Dude, I'm getting motivated over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to start stretching.
We have a lot of life changes to make outside of our atrocious pickleball game. What are you thinking now, a year into the pro scene, as far as goals? What are the short term? What are the long term? What do you have kind of lined up that you maybe think is a goal, or even a stretch goal, I guess, to where you would ultimately want to be?
Sure. Yeah, I think short term goals, what are on my mind, and this can go in with the PPA Challenger that's coming here to Charleston, which is awesome. And I'm so excited that that's happening, first of all, and have absolutely loved those tournaments and have loved everybody involved with those tournaments, the team. They're amazing people. But I have been playing most of those PPA Challengers. I think I've missed maybe one or two of them. And currently, I think I was fifth on this kind of like PPA Challenger ranking because at the end of the year, they're doing a PPA Challenger showcase event at the PPA Worlds in Dallas, Texas in November. And so what they're doing is the top 4 performers for the PPA Challenger in each event are going to be playing a showcase event at the PPA Worlds. And so before this last tournament in Wisconsin that I made the finals, I was 5th. And so I think after that result, I might be 4th or 3rd. And there's a couple more challengers here before November. So a short-term goal of mine is, to be in that top 4 and hopefully, win that showcase event and put everything out there for that. And then even closer to that, this APP that I'm playing here in Great Lakes, like that's what I have my eyes on right now is going on a deep run, especially after having this result in Bristol, just trying to build off of it and continue. And then long-term goals, it's I think just to be at the top of the rankings on whatever that may be. I mean, I'm playing all tours possible and all leagues, and I really don't care. I just am trying to compete with the best, and I think that I finally had that feeling that I can be doing that here in Bristol. And I just looked actually on the way here. I 49 in the rankings now in singles, and so long-term goal, I mean, it would be to be top 10, top 5, top 3, like really just I don't want to limit myself, but be up there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the PPA Challenger, Charleston, October 3rd to the 5th at Collins Park.
That's
I
right.
mean, hey,
that's where the big dogs eat.
I mean, they're gonna have to, you guys are probably gonna have to wait, for the courts to open from the locals. But once that happens, give us a rundown. We were talking a little bit off camera about how pro pickleball is so different when you watch it on TV as opposed to being in person. Somebody that's not really experienced in that, give us an idea of what PPA Challenger is and who can play it.
Sure. Yeah, the PPA Challengers are open to anybody and all levels. But what's so great about the Challengers is that it's allowing players like myself that are trying to break through and trying to have results and play at a professional level. They're allowing players to do that, but not need to run into an Alshon or a Staxrud or first or second round at a tournament. Like, and obviously at the end of the day, like if you're wanting to play with the best, you're going to need to beat the best, and that's my goal. But the Challenger series is giving a little bit more freedom and leeway to players that can have deeper runs without needing to play the best match of their life against one of the top players to get some of exposure. And so they're amazing. The prize money is great as well. If you medal at the tournament in the pro division, you earn some prize money. What's so great about the Challengers as well is it's double elimination. So actually all PPA tournaments, like the one in Bristol, if you lose, you're done. It's just single elimination. But in the Challengers, you can lose and win however many matches it is and still win bronze. So you can work your way all the way back, which I think is amazing because at the end of the day, you're wanting reps, you're wanting matches. Like, that's what's so hard for a lot of people to comprehend. And is it worth it to go to this tournament? Because a lot of the times you can go to a tournament and be done in 15 minutes and you're done. Which sucks. Like, nobody wants to do that. And so with the Challengers, you have at least 2 matches, and if not, you're still going. And so it's great, and they've played them at a lot of really cool locations. Obviously, this one here, in my opinion, is going to be the best. I mean, Charleston is the best, and all the people that I already have met, and even on the Challenger kind of crew, reaching out to me, hey, where do we stay? Like, where are we going to eat? And so I think the Charleston one's going to be epic. It's going to be great.
Yeah, home court advantage.
Totally. We'll see.
Dude, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like an incredible event. What are you signed up for? Singles, mixed, doubles?
I think all 3 right now. Planning on all 3. So for sure singles and men's doubles. But I would love to play mixed as well. And so, it's great. They're really, really good stuff. And everybody that's played them, just great people involved, meet people from all over. And so you really can't beat it. And like I said, I can't say enough good things about the entire team. Everybody that's working with the Challenger Tour, the refs, like seriously, everybody, they do such a good job at implementing the community as well, working with local businesses, and they're usually showing up and food trucks, like all that good stuff. And so they're really trying to put on a great event, which they are.
And I've talked to a couple people too about and we actually talked about this too, like when we started getting into pro pickleball and watching it, how for me it was really hard to get into because it just before I started playing a bunch, it looked easy and like nothing was really happening until you understand the strategy. But I think the Challenger is such a good thing to have too, to get people out
Yeah.
to watch some high level pickleball and kind of get them into that and get them into the pro scene and get them kind of locked in.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like same. I got into like NHL, like hockey,
cool.
and I used to watch it on TV, and I was like, it's kind of boring. But
Then you go to
I
the
went to
game.
my first game, and I was like locked in.
Totally.
Like, dude, this is awesome. And I feel like going to see that live, like, you know, this pro level pickleball will really be an inspiration to a lot of people too.
Totally. No, I cannot agree more. I mean, I think that is what's so great is local players and fans of pickleball should 100% play or just go and watch because of that reason. I mean, you know, it's only excluding in the pro division. I think players that are ranked top 30, I think, can't play the Challengers, but you're getting players that are beating some of the big names in the draws and that are playing these Challenger events. And so if you're a pickleball fan or a pickleball player, to see it up close, because 100%, I think that goes for most sports, is like watching on the TV compared to watching it in person. It's kind of mind-blowing to see the level and the consistency. The athleticism is a huge thing. I think that's something a lot of people that don't play pickleball or aren't super into it yet don't understand, is that there's a lot of athleticism that's like needing to take place in pickleball now that the game has just exploded and the level it's faster, it's more athletic, it's more explosive. And so to see that up close, even when you're watching doubles and it's just dinking, but to see how low players are getting and the quality of shots will be huge for people.
Yeah, we're excited. We're gonna be out there cheering you on.
I love it.
Yeah, we're pumped because it's
Viking Clap, please.
Oh, wow.
Dude, we will.
We're going to try and organize that. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, now we're going to have 4 people we've had on the pod that will all be playing there. So it's even easier for us to follow. But if you're local to Charleston, I mean, you should absolutely go out and support the local pros. But, you know, everybody's trying to build this game. So go out and learn some of these other players as well, because, I mean, I think it's going to be so cool for so many of these people. It's going to be eye-opening for them to be like, wow, this is I mean, these hands battles are crazy. Yeah. Because from the TV, you are not seeing it.
No.
And so I think, like you said, like my first time I saw tennis was at Charleston Open. It was like Jess Pegula against Anna Samova.
Oh, that's a great match.
And it was like, you know, whoa. Yeah. These ladies are hitting the ball so hard. Yeah. And how they're covering the court, I mean, it blew me away. And so that's why I think, you know, you almost have to expect that type of jarring response from seeing some of these sports like pickleball in person. So hopefully everybody will come out and check it out, because it sounds like PPA Challenger is doing it right. Seems like it's a player favorite, clearly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And because I'm sure the players talk, they have their favorite tournaments. And so it sounds like this is a good one. So
I think so.
Really pumped to check that out. So that is, again, Collins Park, October 3rd through the 5th. So
yeah, we're excited for that one.
Yeah, me too.
Right here at home.
That's it. All right, Carl, you want to hit us with some rapid fire?
Let's do some rapid fire. And you don't have to hurry or anything. Just
some of the rapid fires we start, and then it's like a 5-minute
combo.
Yeah. And we don't care. That's the beauty of this.
Right.
This podcast is so poorly run. There are no metrics to hit here.
I love it. No, this studio is sweet. The artwork, I love it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're up close and personal. This is what I like.
We love to do it in person. Yeah. Eventually, a remote setup will come where we can reach some of these other players that aren't in Charleston. But,
sure.
Or we'll put the studio on a trailer and we'll go to them.
That's true.
We can do it. You have the trailer.
I love that idea.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. What are you doing if you're not playing pickleball? Other hobbies?
Working out, yoga, watching basketball.
Okay.
I play some video games as well. I rip 2K. I love 2K.
Frank's a big video game guy.
I play nothing right now, but usually first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new GTA if it ever comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Played some Division, a bunch of different stuff like Halo. Nice. A lot of the first-person shooters is what I came up on. So, yeah. But Carl makes fun of me. Well, I was looking something up for Battlefield 6 today on the Unforced Errors account on accident, and he went in to respond to a question, was like, hey, nerd, what are you doing on here? I was like, that's on me. I didn't sign out. That's on me.
I'm just like you, though. To make you feel better, this story is hilarious. That when I lived in Indiana, and I was probably I was probably 14 or something at the time, and we had a massive ice storm, and that put us out of school for like a week to 2 weeks. And so we had a basement. Most homes in Indiana had a basement, as you know, in Ohio.
Yeah, I miss a basement.
Yeah,
it's my favorite room in the house.
The best.
Oh,
imagine just doubling your square footage. I mean, it's like
and it's cozy down there.
Oh yeah,
and you have a ping pong table or whatever you put.
It's usually nice and cool.
Yes. Yeah. But we had this ice storm, and we can't. Ice was up to our garage door. We couldn't open it. School was out. So, and I was super into Assassin's Creed games at the time. And man, I forgot which one it was, but I played this game for so many hours and for so long that I got a blister on my thumb. and I went upstairs, and my parents were like, "What the hell?" And I felt like such a loser, but I'm like, dude, this game is so good. So I'm with you. I game hard. So.
I love that.
That's awesome.
We'll talk off camera so I don't.
You got any blisters, Frank?
No blisters.
You got to game harder, man.
He's not that hardcore.
Clearly not. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to talk off camera about that because Carl will yell at me if I talk about video games too much.
Hey, I'm here for it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, so one other hobby I think that you also do is photography, right?
Oh, yeah.
We got to shout out that.
I appreciate you.
I come from the photography video background. I had a little company before, and so that's why the podcast was easy. Carl had all the audio. I had the video stuff, so it made sense. What's the go-to film camera? Because you're shooting film, right?
It's all film. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. I kind of can't believe I forgot that when you asked about hobbies.
You have some great stuff. That's
thank
why I
you.
was like, we got to bring this up.
Thanks so much.
We got to put the handle out there.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, photography is just incredible to me. Like I've always appreciated photography in all forms of art. Like you telling me that you're in a band is so cool because music is an art form and something that I'm super passionate about. But like nobody wants to hear me behind a guitar or anything or singing. I sing way too much and I suck. But photography is just so much fun for me. And actually in college at the time, I just fell in love with film. I just loved the graininess and the process of shooting film because what I think is so cool about digital and with iPhones nowadays, you can get the highest quality pictures and it's great and it's amazing. But there's something about taking a photo and not being able to see what it looks like until you get it developed.
Yeah.
That is exciting to me, and I've found it really cool to have moments where I take a photo and I use a Canon A1, and love shooting on it, and I use Portra film usually. And I have some fun with disposable cameras as well. I'll rip disposables when I need to travel light or whatever, which are also very fun.
Yeah.
But I think the process of taking a picture and being like, oh, this one's gonna be so cool, and then I get developed and it's so shit, and I'm like, damn. Or the opposite, you take a picture and you don't really think twice about it, and then you get it developed and you're like, whoa, like that bird was flying in the picture in that exact moment, and then it becomes a moment that can't be replaced. You can't retake it, and so I've loved that. And so I started that Instagram account where I really just post my film, and it's really been nothing but a hobby. I mean, it'd be cool if anything would come from it, but I just love to post the pictures that I like with music that I like. So that's really all it's been.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was so cool that you did all of that, and I thought the photos were incredible. And to your point, my wife has now got into the disposable camera.
Cool.
I'm like, we're not going and getting a film camera. I got enough cameras. We don't need another camera. But she started with the disposable, and then she takes the pic, and then she's like, oh, you guys want to see what it looks like? And then she's like, just kidding. We'll find out in 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it is. Yeah. You never know what you're getting, but she just takes so few photos that there's so many events from it. And we got one back that we didn't even know what was on it. It was from when we were in Croatia a year ago.
Which is amazing.
We're like, this is unreal.
Yeah.
So there is that. I do love that fact.
Yeah, I know. I have a photo album, probably close to 1,000 photos now of the film, and it just reminds me, though. I mean, I look at it all the time because I do post on that account, and I just look for that same reason, though, of like, oh, that trip was a blast, or it reminds me of a food that I ate there or who I shared that moment with. And so you can do that with digital as well, but I just appreciate the film.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure you get a lot of opportunities too, traveling and stuff.
Yep, I'm taking any chance I get, and that's actually been awesome. For me at these tournaments as well, because I've met a lot of amazing people, but I've met a lot of people though that it's all pickleball. Like they're which I respect, and for me too, I try and be all pickleball when I'm business. I want to do well. I'm focusing. I'm recovering. All that. But when the tournament's over, or when the day is over, like I want to be able to unwind and do something. And so instead of just talk about pickleball again and do that again, I mean, I'm going to be doing it again tomorrow morning. So, to have a camera and usually I get a rental car when I'm somewhere and I explore and I just take pictures and I usually when I'm done with the tournament too, I'm a big brewery guy. So I'll hit a brewery, get a flight of beers and go take some pictures, and that's been my thing.
That's awesome, dude. Good way to unwind.
Totally.
Awesome outlet there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad you brought that up, Carl. I skipped over that section.
I did it for you, Frank.
But now we can officially start the rapid fire.
Yes, we can.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. First concert you ever went to?
I went to a Hoodie Allen and Luke Christopher concert, and this was like back in San Francisco. It was with an ex-girlfriend, and it was great, really great. Hoodie Allen was baller.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, favorite Charleston restaurant?
Oh man, this sounds probably cliche, but I had it recently, and it really was the best. Was Chubby Fish.
Oh yeah,
Chubby Fish was like
gotta wait in line,
world. Right? Yeah, and actually I went there with one of my childhood best friends and Dave Bacala and his wife Danielle, who I mentioned I went to Australia with. They were in town, and we're hearing, okay, get there at like 4:00, 4:15. They open at 5. Get your name in. We get there at 4:15, and there had to have been like 50 to 100 people. It felt like already in line. And then at 5 o'clock, we get up to the desk, and they're like, "How does 8:45 sound?" We're like, "What the hell?" We're like, "All right, just more time to hit some other bars and get a drink here and a drink there."
Yeah, it's all downtown.
It's all downtown, and then we get there. It was worth the wait.
Good.
I mean, it's so good. And so, if anyone's ever in Charleston, Chubby Fish.
I've actually never been there. My the photographer for my band lives like 2 houses down from that.
Oh, cool.
And every time I'm over there, I'm like, it's crazy, the line and everything, and I need to try it, I guess.
You definitely do. It's there's not a thing on the menu that is not good. Everything's amazing. And I will say, not that this means everything, but we're walking in, or we had our reservation time, and they're giving us a glass of wine as we wait. Like, it was the whole experience.
Yeah.
And this group came out of the restaurant. They had just finished their meal. They're getting in their Uber, and my buddy, he asked them, "Oh, like, how was it? Like, what do we get?" And they go, "Guys, like, we live in New York City, where most people say is, the best food or some of the best in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Like, this is the best restaurant we've ever been to."
Oh, wow.
And then they gave us kind of their few list of things that we got, as well as others. But to hear that from someone that lives in a city like New York, where it's all about culinary and food, it just shows how strong the culinary scene is in Charleston and how much pride the city has in food and beverage. So, which is why I love it here.
Oh yeah, it's a huge food city.
Yeah,
that's good to know though. I'm gonna check that one out. We'll go date night, Frank.
Hell yeah!
Right after yoga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
All right. One tennis player you'd love to play pickleball with?
I think the easy answer is Federer, just because he was like the guy. But I'm going to say my favorite player of all time over Fed, Nadal, Djokovic was Wilfried Tsonga, the Frenchman. Yeah. And he was just like, I modeled my entire tennis game off of him. I served like him. I hit my forehand like him. He was aggressive. He came to the net. There's actually a picture I have. I played a junior tournament in North Carolina during the what's it called? It was a tournament in North Carolina for the pros. It's an ATP 250, and we happened to be at the same hotel, a lot of the juniors and the pros. And I go down the elevator with my mom, and I'm eating, and I see Tsonga over there. I'm like, oh my God, Like, this is my favorite player ever, my idol. And I'm like 14, 15 at the time. And I wish I could pull it up easy, but I have a picture with him, and I look like I'm shitting my pants. like I'm like I couldn't smile. I'm so nervous. So it would be Tsonga. Yeah.
That's awesome. You'll have to send us that picture. We'll put it up.
I will.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Favorite place you've traveled to?
It would be, I would say Melbourne, Australia, when I went there for the pickleball tournament. And then to go along with that, on my way home, I wanted to make a trip out of it, and it's been on my list forever. I'm a huge hiker. That's also another hobby I didn't mention. When I can, I love to hike and do anything outdoorsy. And I went to New Zealand after Melbourne, and went to the South Island, went to a town called Queenstown, New Zealand, and it was insane. Went on a hike, went on a helicopter ride through Milford Sound, which is one of like the 8 wonders of the world, and I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
I was about to ask that.
And so I was literally flying in this helicopter through where they shot most of the films, seeing alpine lakes thousands of feet up that are turquoise blue, like over. It was just kind of otherworldly.
Yeah.
So it would be that.
Incredible. If you had to lose one sense, which would you choose? Sight, smell, hearing, taste, or touch?
These are all loaded questions.
Dang, that's tough because I'm a big. This sounds weird. I just said it in my head. I'm a big toucher. Like I love to like I'm a hugger.
We'll
like
clip
all of that.
that,
Yeah, clip that.
It's kind of better than a big smeller.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, that's true. Actually, you know what? That's probably what I'd give up is smell.
I think that's
because
the one.
I don't think I could give up sight. I love music too much, and so I couldn't give up hearing. Touch, no. So yeah, it'd be smell.
Taste, you couldn't go to Chubby Fish anymore.
Chubby Fish would suck.
I mean, you could smell it. I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Smell, okay.
Yeah.
I think I would pick that one as well. Which TV show that you have watched has had the worst series finale?
Man, I would say a show that I loved was Peaky Blinders.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great one. Not necessarily the finale. I just got a little bored because it got a little repetitive.
Dude, I was just having the exact conversation with my twin brother because he was like, dude, you got to watch it, because I kind of fell out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just kind of
the same thing
became repetitive, yeah.
And I felt the same thing about the show Prison Break, which I also loved. But
another great show.
Another great show, but it's like, all right, they escape again, and then they get caught again, and then they.
How many times can we do this?
Right, over and over. I guess an easy answer too would have been Game of Thrones, but I've watched Game of Thrones 3 or 4 times. It is my favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I was like, that wasn't a great ending. And then I watched it the second time, and I liked it a little more. And now I appreciate the ending.
I think everyone was just sad to see it end.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Nobody wanted it to end. Yeah. It was so good.
Favorite social media platform?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get sucked onto there. I can't. Yeah, I scroll, and it's bad.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Travel back in time or to the future?
I think back in time. I don't think I want to know what's going to happen. I'd rather leave that up to whoever, whatever's out there. But I'd like to go back in time. I'm a history fan, especially now living in Charleston too.
Yeah,
like learning a lot about history here was so cool when I first moved here, and continue to learn about it. But I'd like to go back in time. Yeah.
What job would you be doing if you weren't a pro pickleball player?
Man, I think I would be in sports somehow, like, and not necessarily an athlete, but like whether it's like agency or marketing or something within sports, because I'm just such a fan.
Yeah.
And, something in that.
Awesome. All right, one word to describe you, and this is the last question.
One word to describe me. I would probably say outgoing, or that's the first word that comes to mind. Like I think that goes with everything. Like socially with people, I love to talk people's ear off and just like be around people. I love to make friends. Like I think part of that's because of all the times I had to move around as a kid. Naturally had to make friends all the time, and then being on teams and tennis and now pickleball, I just love being around people. So I think outgoing would be it.
Awesome. I love that.
All right, Max, you did it. You completed the podcast episode.
I love it.
Well, hold on. Max Wild is your real name.
Maximilian is my full name.
That's even cooler. That's even cool.
mean,
I forgot I wanted to ask you that. Like that's your real name.
That's my legal name.
That's
like
what
one
I
of the
could
coolest
find.
names.
That's why the intro was what it was, because I'm like, this name is incredible. Like, shout
is.
out to your parents. And they're German, and they were like, this is gonna
This
be,
is gonna hit.
This is it.
One of the coolest names ever.
I appreciate that. I know. I gotta give props to mom and dad on that one.
Shout out to your parents. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
So we really appreciate you coming on. How do the people find you? What's the best way to find you?
Yeah, definitely would be Instagram. MaxWild __ is my Instagram, and then my photography account is Maximilian Wild. But yeah, other than that, I'm not on many other social media platforms. But Instagram is where I post really all of my stuff, pickleball related, life related, and I'm actually starting kind of like a YouTube series coming up here with an old friend of mine with an account called Cracked Paddles, and I'm doing kind of more like a life on tour kind of YouTube series where I showcase not only what I'm doing at the tournaments, but maybe my photography side, like what I'm doing outside of the events, hanging out with people or recovery and all that good stuff. So that's to come.
Nice.
But yeah, Max Wild on Instagram is where people are going to find my stuff.
Yeah, I love the crack paddle idea, because we've said this before. We think that there's a massive missing market for like behind the scenes of pickleball, and not like, to your point, not just pickleball, but get to learn the people.
Yeah.
Whether it be you or guests you have on or anything like that. I think that will be awesome. So we'll be looking forward to.
Well, yeah, and like the experiences you say you have, like the friends and then traveling and stuff. I mean, people want to see that stuff.
Totally.
Especially people that are stuck at home or stuck in an office. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and I think big reason is because I enjoy watching that type of stuff myself. There's a guy named Carew Sell that played tennis at UCLA actually, and I got to know, and he really has built up his platform as a traveling tennis pro and showcases his day-to-day life. And for someone who's played tennis, it interests, and I know for some people that have never played tennis, it interests because it's people want to know what that lifestyle is like. And so I think to push that out there in the pickleball world would be cool.
Yeah, dude. Let us know when you get it rolling.
I will, for sure.
Definitely.
We will subscribe.
I love that.
Speaking of, we want to give you a chance to plug your sponsors, the people that are making it possible for us to see Max Wild out there with the sweet name.
Oh, thank you.
Upsetting people, and soon it won't be an upset. You'll
That's
be
right.
The guy.
I hope so. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, the two companies I definitely want to shout out is Paddle Tech, because they're the brand for my paddles that have been supporting me, and you know, I not just saying it because I use the paddles, but I genuinely think they are some of the best, if not the best paddles out there, for all reasons: power, grit, spin, feel. And so it's amazing. I use the extended handle Bantam paddle. It's the TKO CX, and I use the 14 millimeter, and I do add some weight on the paddle. It's like 8.6 ounces when I'm done, but Paddle Tech's been amazing, and anybody can use my code. I have MAX10, all caps, MAX10 for a discount on the paddles.
Oh, nice.
And then a brand that I recently partnered with that is incredible, and I have nothing but great things to say about, is Move, the hat that I'm wearing here. Okay. They are a clothing brand based out of Atlanta, and I actually met the team at the APP Newport Beach tournament, and started chatting with the founder, Chris, and we just hit it off, and I just was like, wow, I'd love to work with you. I've been looking for a clothing sponsor, and his entire goal is to really build ultimately like a Lululemon of pickleball. I mean, the quality of his products are top tier, and I thought the name was really cool, Move, and the way it's spelled, and everything about it, I gravitated towards it. And so that whole team's been great, and that's what I'm rocking on the court is Move, and their stuff is amazing. And so for that, you can use Wild 10 for another discount.
Oh, nice.
All caps Wild 10. And so Move is great. Really, really cool stuff. Really, really nice quality. And I'm excited to be a part of it because Chris, he actually worked for many, many years with Polo, Ralph Lauren, and Levi's. And so he has a lot of experience in the clothing world. And so I can tell he's passionate and knows what he's doing. And so to work with him, and Shara is the another person I've been working with at Move. And they've been great. So Paddle Tech and Move, go check them out.
Yeah, good to hear.
There
With
you
the
go.
discount code.
With the discount
Yeah,
codes.
we love a good
Love
discount
that.
code.
For
Come
sure.
on, that's fantastic. All right, Max. Well, we appreciate you coming on. This was a long one, but we needed this, so appreciate you coming on and just absolutely crushing this. So thanks
you.
for the info. It was a lot of fun, and I think
Yeah, we'll see you at the Challenger
I'd
here in
love
Charleston.
I'd
see
love
you
that.
either at
October 3rd.
Challenger or in line at Chubby Fish. We don't know yet.
Either or in yoga. I might see you guys.
That's where we should be seeing
That is where we should
Yeah.
any of those.
Chubby Fish first.
Yeah. Well, no, thank you so much for having me. This was awesome, and I've been wanting to do this, so I appreciate you guys reaching out, and would love to see you guys at the Challenger.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right, that is episode 13 with Max Wild. We appreciate Max stopping by and giving us all the tidbits about being a pro player and all the other things. As far as we go, you guys are getting spoiled. We've run back-to-back episodes here. Don't get used to that. But we will be back with episode 14 at some point in the future. In the meantime, you can follow us at Unforced Airs PB, streaming everywhere. We're on YouTube, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, and a million other places. So if you can't find us, that's probably your own fault. Anyways, until the next one, we are out. See ya.
See ya.